wake up, it's time to be free. Wake up, was blind, now I see. Wake up, it's time to be me. Wake up, my mind is the key.
Wake up, it's time to be me. Wake up, my mind is the key.
Hey, it's Julian Gordon, and I want to welcome you to another episode of the Daily Jules, where I drop nuggets of wisdom to help you increase your degrees of freedom. It does not matter how many college degrees you have. The only degree that matters is your degree of freedom. It does not matter how much money you make. What really matters is how you make money. And so today we got a great question from Christine, and her question is, how do I stay energized at a job that I hate? And I want to provide some insight that I think will be helpful to not only Christine, but anyone else out there who is working a job that they hate and ultimately seek to transition. So a couple things. First and foremost, most people, when they leave their job, they want to leave their job with their middle finger up, right? F these people, F these people. And ask yourself, if you were an employer hiring somebody, what kind of energy do you think somebody who just left a job where they're like, F these people, what kind of energy do you think that they would be bringing to your company? Now, we know that our energy precedes us. Before, when you step into an interview room, right? When you step into an interview room, your energy precedes you. Whether you say the right things and use big words from the thesaurus to talk about your work style and who you are, your energy precedes you. And this vibration that you have, because most people are likely still working at the job that they hate when they're interviewing, that vibration is going to transmit across the interview table. So what we have to do is change our mindset about the job that we have. And we need to actually think about the job that we have as our greatest asset. The job that you have right now is the greatest asset you have to getting the job you want, if it's a job that you actually want, right? Because it is the bridge. You will see that people who do not have a job have more difficulty getting a job than people who have a job. So the job that you have, once you start seeing it as an asset, it changes the way you approach that situation. Now, we are in sports. In sports, there's March Madness and there's just free agency in general. I'll use March Madness since it's college basketball season right now. Let's say I think there's this freshman named Trae Young, right? And his stock, because he's had an amazing year, his stock is riding high, right? And he's supposed to, or quote unquote, we're supposed to stay in college and play for 4 years and graduate. But his stock as a freshman is already up here. So what do you think he is actually going to do when this season is over and he gets asked whether or not he's entering the NBA draft? He is probably going to go into the NBA draft right here and there. Now, let's say I was a college basketball freshman and I was expected to have a great year like this, but my year just ended up average. I just fit into the middle of the pack. Would I actually go to the NBA draft at this moment in time? No, because guess what? I'm probably going to get picked second or third round. Okay, I'm going to get picked late or not picked at all because my stock isn't as high. And so I'm going to wait until I'm going to try again year 2 and see if I can get my stock up. And I did okay year 2. And then my team got to the Final Four and my stock skyrocketed because I was on national TV in front of all kinds of scouts and players. So this is when I go to the NBA draft, right? When my stock is the highest. When my stock is the highest. What you're saying, Christine, is that right now your stock is continuing to decline. It's continuing to decline at the job that you hate. And so therefore, you are making it and I'm putting this on you are making it more difficult for you to transition because you are losing focus, you are losing energy, you are losing desire to work every single day. And to think that you're just going to find another job and that's just going to skyrocket all of a sudden, that's not how energy works. It takes time to build up momentum. So here's how we want to approach this is we want to say, my current employer is my greatest asset. What you want to do at your current employer is you want to create a huge win for them. You want to give them the biggest gift of your entire life. Yes, I am asking you to double down on what you're doing for them. And doubling down, if you're only giving them half, doubling down is only getting you back to full capacity, right? I want you to double down, and I want you to create an amazing result for your current employer that you absolutely hate. I want you to do something amazing for them. Because guess what? If you do something amazing for them, what happens to your stock? It goes up. Your stock goes up. And so now you step into an interview with a potential employer, and rather than having this long period of 2 years where you were just trying to do just enough to not get noticed and not get fired, rather than having this long period of 2 years where you had no real results to show for how you were adding value to your company, you actually did something in the past 3 months that fixed a system, that created new revenue, a new partnership, that saved the company $300,000. And now you can go into your interview and you can speak about this recent accomplishment that you just had at the employer that you hate. And what is that going to do? That's actually going to entice the new employer, or however many interviews you have, it's going to entice them to say, wow, you just did that 3 months ago. They don't have to know that you hate that company. They don't have to know that whatsoever. But what they will know, and what you can show through artifacts and evidence of success, which is another episode that I talked about, you can show them that in the past 3 months, this is what I did for my current employer. Your stock is up, and now it's time to get drafted. The longer you wait for this and your energy to keep getting killed and go down, the harder it's going to be to ramp back up. And the harder it's going to be for you to transition. And you'll find yourself stuck at the employer you hate because you stopped giving your best, right? You may not, I don't even know how long it's been, but you may not even know how to get back to your best right now. And so I'm asking you to dig deep and find a problem that you see in the company, right? Find a problem that you see in the company where there is worry, where there is wishing, where there is waste. These are the 5 ways of worthy work. Wishing, waiting, worry, waste, or I forgot the other W. Let me think about it 1 second. Worry, wishing, waste, waiting, or there's one more W. I'll get to it another episode. But look for those 4 right now. And you want to do something amazing for your current employer. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but that is how you actually transition the fastest. You do something that rocks their world. And here's what's going to happen. The moment you decide to leave, guess what? Your current employer, because you did this amazing thing, they're going to offer you more money. Now, you don't want to be there, so don't fall for that trap. Don't fall for that trap because you hate the work anyways, right? But your stock will not only rise at the new employer, but it also rise, the respect level will also rise at your current employer, and you'll have a different relationship to them. I need you to dig deep. Do not let this pattern continue, because otherwise you're going to get stuck here until you get fired. So this is how you escape. This is how you stay energized at a job you hate. You have to recognize that that job is actually your greatest asset, and you actually want to use it to do something amazing, to position yourself to get noticed in the interview process for other potential employers. And you're going to use that recent success story that you just created, right? You're going to use that recent success story as leverage to get the job that you truly desire. All right. So if you know anybody else who hates their job and is trying to escape, please share this episode with them. I'm telling you, it will rock their world. You got to get your value up. You got to get your value up. And the longer you wait, right? The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be. So I encourage you to do it ASAP. And your current employer is actually your gateway to getting to your next one. All right. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for being here. This is Julian Gordon with another episode of the Daily Jules. Go ahead and share this. Go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode. Peace. I hope these mindsets, metaphors, and methodologies blessed you. If you desire more freedom, go to getfreenow.com to subscribe to the show on iTunes, YouTube, or Facebook, and get 4 of my best courses in the Freedom School for 100% free.